Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Tonight we are playing Animal Crossing because I wanted to. I wanted to take a little bit of a break from Minecraft and I've been really excited about Animal Crossing these last couple of days. So I thought today would be the perfect day to really sit down and knock out the rest of my island, which is mostly just decorating the beaches and getting those cleaned up. So that's what we're doing tonight. So we can kill the lo-fi vibes for a second and get actual not Minecraft, Animal Crossing running. Alright. I love the sunset. I think it's really nice. Anyway. We have... Well, I was gonna say we have a lot of flowers at our beach, but I was standing at the one beach that is not still covered with flowers. But if we come up here, we can still see that we've got quite a few flowers still, all over the beaches. Not much, but we do need to get those cleaned up before we get started decorating. Okay. Another thing that I'm kind of hoping is, while we're here, we'll get some cool balloons that we can pop down with the slingshot, and hopefully get any DIYs I might be missing. So I don't know if I have all the seasonal DIYs that are out right now. So that's something I've been just trying to passively keep an eye out for. No, I know right now there is a Nintendo Direct going on, and a lot of people, well, a lot of Animal Crossing YouTubers are like, we might hear some news, but I don't think we will. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think we'll really get much. But I am still hopeful that we will hear something, or at least get a trailer for the next update, because that's very exciting. A lot of people seem to think Brewster's gonna be the next update, and I have no idea. I honestly, I would love if he were added, but it's not something that I've, been super invested in like other people have. Like, it would be really cool, but I'm not holding my breath. Alright. Let's see. I never picked up my bottle today. I've been playing Animal Crossing a lot this morning, just kind of doing some dailies. Alright, though, this is from Tiffany. Bamboo stool. Do I? I already have that one. Okay. I want to throw together some mystery bags for Nookazon sometime soon with some really cool stuff, just to help get rid of things, and also to I think it'd be fun, and I kind of want to make a video doing this. So I've got to start holding on to things. I think the DIYs could be something useful. At the very least, I could sell that DIY to somebody who needs it. And by sell, I mean I'll probably put it up for free. Because that's one of those things that, isn't, locked to a season, so it's a good chance somebody already has it. Or most people already have it. Well. This is going very, very smoothly. I think I've decided that I'm just gonna throw away all the flowers that are on the beach, because I've placed all the flowers I want to use to decorate, and I just have no room for all these other flowers, which makes me feel kind of bad, because I know some of these were harder to get, but I will keep a couple of them. I may have some black lilies put up somewhere already. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna keep at least two of— oh, there's literally one right there. But I'm gonna keep two of them and kind of place them where I think they would fit. I'm gonna place them up here by my house, because I think that'd be a cool place for them. Oh, I have a lot of black lilies hanging around that I didn't realize were here. Okay. Well, now I feel less bad about throwing the ones away that I did. I think I'm actually just gonna throw the two away that I have, because I don't— well, yeah, I'll place them over here. This could be a good place. There we go. And I'll put the bamboo stool right there. Nice. Afternoons in Animal Crossing are like really... Oh! Okay. are like really relaxing to me. Because when I first started playing New Leaf, I was sharing both the game and my Switch with my ex. And he would only let me play, like... He didn't want me to take it home during the day. So I had to wait for him to like get home from work so I could come over and play the Switch. It was kind of a weird thing that I'm pretty sure he was doing to just kind of like force me to come hang out with him during the pandemic. And I mean, like, obviously it worked, but because of that I would only like play Animal Crossing in the afternoons. So most of my playtime, like within the first 2 to 3 weeks of having the game, was between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. And it's a beautiful time of day in the game. But, it's also kind of nostalgic for me, since that was, like, what early game looked like. And I kind of miss the early game. Like, if I wasn't so attached to all the things that I've done so far on this island and all the connections and stuff I've collected, I would restart my island. Because I really want to restart my island. Also, thank you for following, Anxious Little Rainbow. Hope you've been having a good day. Hi, how are you doing? I'm good, how are you? I've been having a chill day. Today's my day off, before I get back to the 9 to 5 grind. You're Brianna? Hi, I'm Mel. I don't know if I have that in my bio. I think I do. I'll have to... I forgot what I've put in my Twitch bio. But anyway, it's nice to meet you. I hope you've been having a good day. We are cleaning up my beach so that we can start decorating, because it's the last thing left to really do before I can like actively say my island is done and start like posting about dream addresses and everything. We can pick up the trash can and bring it up here, because I think most of the flowers on this side are... Oh, wait, they're already cleaned up. Awesome. Okay. Cleaning up my beaches is something that I've slowly but surely been working on over the last, like, few months. You're good, just waking up? Oh, nice, nice. I've been awake for a while. I'm not much of a nap taker unless I'm sick, and I live in a time zone where it's, very well into the day. It's 8 a.m. here. Ooh, nice. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day then. Honestly, starting the day with some Animal Crossing chill is a good way to start it. When New Horizons first came out, one of my friends would literally wake up at like 5 a.m. just so that they could play the game. It was a very nice time. Okay, I know I've got some more flowers over here. Anyway, my island, I don't know if you've heard of it, but my island is loosely based off of and inspired by the Dream SMP map. So it's a little weird. My map looks a little funky, and when I was terraforming and like laying out the areas, I kind of forgot that I could terraform hills. So it's a little awkward looking until you see the parts where I did remember terraforming exists. But I love it. It actually re-inspired my love for the game. 'Cause I never really got burnt out. I would go through phases where I just didn't feel like playing Animal Crossing, but it wasn't from like exhaustion of overplaying. It was just not vibing. But at the beginning of this past summer, I was like, oh, I know what I finally want to do with my island. And then I obsessively played it for like, I guess, bursts throughout the summer, just getting it fully remodeled. And now we are finishing that up. So now, hopefully after tonight, every time I play Animal Crossing, at least on this island, it's gonna be just to relax. So that's all I wanted to do here. But do you play Animal Crossing? And if you do, what is the inspiration for your island? So originally, I didn't really have a theme for my island, I just didn't want to overdevelop it, because I didn't want to take away from the, kind of tropical island, more natural vibes that this game easily lends itself towards. Ooh, I still have a lot of, like, random items I need to pick up as well. Okay, we will bury that again, and then place the trash can to throw flowers away. I don't want to throw away the golden roses that I have. Oh, I just dropped it instead of placing it. Okay. I don't want to throw away the golden roses that I have, but I also don't really know where to put them. So, that is something we need to figure out. Although, I do want to keep at least 2 purple windflowers, because I remember those being kind of hard to get. Okay. We are gonna go place those windflowers somewhere real quick. I think back here would be a good place. Kind of out of sight, out of mind, but still there nonetheless, so that if I do decide I need some, they are there. So I know there is a few DIY recipes that call for like purple windflowers, and it took me months to get some. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this rose. And just leave that hole there, because I kind of want mums to just be on that grass strip, because it's kind of undeveloped land. And the way I terraformed the river, there's not really anything I can do here. So we'll just leave it as natural flowers. Mums are my native flower, by the way, so I kind of want to have more of those just growing wild than anything else to maintain that, like, native feeling. That's also the same reason that I primarily use pear trees to decorate, like, everywhere, because that's also my native fruit. So I try to keep my non-native fruits in specific areas, like an orchard, or when the house that I'm decorating or the area I'm decorating just better calls for like a peach tree or something like that. Because I have a lot of characters in like pastel houses here. So I know over by like Etoile's house I've got a couple of peach trees, I think. Okay, how are we? Oh, we're doing pretty good on space, so we're gonna throw away this batch of flowers, pick up all those items, and I guess throw them in my inventory back at my house for the time being. Okay. I do want to keep the gold roses though. Let's see how much of this. I think we could pick up all of it. When I initially decided to remodel my island, I just kind of threw everything on the beaches, and I ran out of like inventory space in my house, so a bunch of random items from around the island just kind of ended up out here. And it's been here since like May, I think. So yeah, it's about time to clean it up. It's like the end of September, and we're just now dealing with our mess. This can stay though. This is part of the L'Manberg area, so it's fully decorated there. I am gonna be sad when it gets later. What did I just do? Oh, I dug a hole, okay. I'm gonna be sad when it gets later into fall and like winter and all the butterflies disappear, because that is one of my favorite things about Animal Crossing, is just running around and seeing all the butterflies and having them just be everywhere. I also like catching bugs a lot. Specifically in Animal Crossing, though. I don't do bugs in real life. Oh, wrong button. Okay. We've got the stone archway, playground gym, bamboo drum. Okay. Yeah, this was stuff that was mostly decorating my old island. Lots of random things. plastic pools are cool though. Some of this stuff we may pull back out to decorate the beaches later, but I want to get them cleaned up before we start decorating them. Just so that, I don't know, the workflow sounds better that way. So that is my thought process. And we'll put the firefly squid up, because I don't really know why I was saving it to begin with. That's just a beautiful sky. We're really vibing with Animal Crossing right now. Like so I was at work yesterday, and I was just started randomly thinking about Animal Crossing, and I was like, wow, I really want to play Animal Crossing right now. And so I spent the whole 8 hours of my shift just hyping it up, and then I decided that it was time to get back into it. So as soon as I got home yesterday evening, the first thing I did was I like pulled up Animal Crossing and I was like playing it. And I was having a lot of fun. Like, not to say I don't usually have fun when playing Animal Crossing, but there's like a difference between enjoying and like having a nice time playing something and then being overly enthusiastic about it. And I was feeling overly enthusiastic about it. So I thought today would be a fun time to stream it. Okay. We do have this problem where I have a little bit of beach down here that I actually cannot get to. Let's see. Yeah, I can get to it from here. It's just over here by itself. I threw these things out here, I guess. Okay. I put my trash can away. I love this for us. Alright. Luckily, we can throw down some of these mums over where we just were. Because we need a little bit more mum action over there. Okay. I love that there's so many more flowers in this game than there have been in like previous main title games. Because I know before, like in New Leaf, you just kind of randomly had flowers everywhere. Or you could like essentially buy all of them pretty easily. But having natural, like, not natural, but native flowers kind of makes things feel different, but like in a good way. I also like that it kind of forces you to like play with other people to collect more flowers. And I know some people have issue with like being forced to play multiplayer, but I personally like that aspect of this game. Okay, we're gonna have to use the shovel to close this up so that I don't accidentally pick a flower. Alright. While I am over here, I'm gonna go ahead and hop back over to my house and grab that trash can again. Oof, it is rough not having all the materials or like tools that you needed on you. But that's what I get for not really paying attention to what I was putting in my inventory. Okay. I don't know what it is, but I found myself watching more and more Animal Crossing videos on YouTube recently, which is probably why I got like extra hyped about Animal Crossing again, because I just kept consuming related content. But it is so easy to like fall into a loop of just watching like island tour after island tour, and people make some really cool stuff out there. I've seen so many different, like, stunning islands just in the past couple of days alone. Which is, like, a nice change of pace for me, because I usually just watch a bunch of Minecraft videos, which is... Minecraft contains beauty in its own right that's a little different than, like, a beautiful Animal Crossing build. So it's kind of interesting to see a bit more variety. That's just not even the vaulting pole. Okay. Here we go. I've got to put something over here. Or maybe I should just leave this empty, because you're never gonna see it, except for, like, maybe in flyovers. I'm not sure what to do with this area yet. It'll probably be the last place we decorate. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pick these up. And our garbage pail. Very helpful for cleaning up mass amounts of flowers. Because if you guys can't tell from that huge flower field over there, I've got a lot of flowers. Honestly, dealing with flowers was the hardest part about remodeling my island. So I understand now why many people just choose to restart. But I've been thinking about it, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of this island, but if the opportunity does arise where I can get my hands on a second Switch and a second copy of the game, then I will definitely do a new island. So, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, if it's something that will happen anytime soon. But I've been thinking about that a lot today. Because I've been really missing, like, early game Animal Crossing with, like, Free Reign Tommy or Timmy, whichever Nookling it is that's running around. And I think it would be fun to, like, re-experience that again. Because I do miss, like, Tom Nook's daily announcements because it felt more... It was different, it hit different. It felt more like you were at summer camp, whereas Isabel's announcements are different. Like, they are not as exciting, or, exciting's not the right word, but it just doesn't hit the same. And I don't know if that's because I've had over a year of Isabel announcements, whereas before I only had Tom Nook announcements for, like, a few weeks. So Isabel's had time to, like, it's had time for the novelty to wear off. So I don't know if that's it, or if the, like, change of scenery really is that big of a difference. Okay. We are almost done, because I know the bulk of the flowers were, like, on this beach and the other side, which is already cleared off. There are still some flowers on the left-hand side, but I think that was mostly, like, items that were just thrown down. Hi Pinky, how are you doing today? I know every time I stream Animal Crossing I say we're gonna finish the island, but today we're actually finishing the island because all that's left to do is clean up the beaches and kind of make them look nice. It shouldn't take too long, so we should be able to get it done tonight. The beaches are mostly cleaned up, we just have the left-hand side to do, and then we'll be done. With cleaning them up, at least. See, I've already thrown down a little bit of decor over here. Probably gonna move it, though. I'm glad to hear that you're doing great. I'm doing pretty well myself. Today was another day off for me, so I've been vibing, having a good time. Little stressful work day, but you got off early? Oh, glad to see you got off early. But no, I'm actually pretty excited because I applied for a few editing jobs today that are all work from home, and I don't think I'm gonna get them, but I am pretty excited about it because one thing I was worried about with taking a grocery store job is I knew I needed a job, just any job, So I was excited to have it, and I'm still like grateful for it. But I also need to keep reminding myself that that's not what I want to do with my life, so I don't need to get complacent. Like, I still need to be applying for industry jobs and trying to do something that doesn't waste my college degree. Because I spent way too long trying to get this thing to not use it. So, I was pretty excited that I actually, like, took the initiative today and I didn't wait for, like, my mom being like, hey, are you gonna do something or are you just gonna do this? So, got a fluffy resume. Yeah. See, my thing is less about the resume and more about, like, demo reels. So, I think I might take some time and figure out ways to make projects that look less like me being silly in my room. Okay. I'm just gonna drop it so that I can replace the wetsuit, because I did not mean to pick that up. Okay. You know, right now my demo reel consists entirely of cosplay videos, and it's not a bad reel. It shows off video compositing and just like some fun funky things that I can do with like split screen stuff, and so it's a good reel. It's just very obviously things that are not super professional projects, whereas a lot of people in college, they either go to a school or didn't go to school during a pandemic and they got more of an opportunity to make more professional level short films and stuff like that. So I've got to fluff up my demo reel with some fancy looking things. No, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm just glad that I have income now and can, like, still stream. Goofing off in your room. Basically, like, half of my demo reel came from videos that were literally filmed in my bedroom. Just me in several different costumes, having a good time, hanging out with myself. You know, I might make a new demo reel, because I've done some more projects that look better. So, yeah, I honestly, that is something that you should keep updated pretty frequently. Alright! Our beaches are pretty much clean. I'm gonna throw- that was a lot of red windflowers. I forgot that's how I decorated my beaches before, is I just put a bunch of red windflowers down. Like, ah yes, this is peak exterior design. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna pick up this. Go ahead and pick these up. Didn't realize you needed a demo reel. That makes applying tough. You can lie on a paper resume all day. Yeah, my resume is pretty solid. Like, my old boss at my university job cleared it and said it was good, and like, when I made it, he gave me a resume of a girl who used to work there, who got a really fucking good job. And he's like, copy this. Not word for word, obviously, and like, put my own info on it, but like, as far as layout goes, like, if it didn't dox my full name and where I went to school and everything, I would definitely show you my resume, because I'm still proud of it. I think it looks awesome. It's very pretty. But, and I know a lot of, like, on my resume, I said I'm good at, I have experience with the animation software, like Toon Boom and Harmony, which is true. Very true. And, like, Blender. Like, I know how to- I've used them before. I roughly know how to use them. I'm just not good at animation. Like, I could do 2D animation okay, I just need to practice drawing. But, like, 3D animation, I sucked ass at. Like, I obviously could be better at it if I took more time. But, yeah, my resume is pretty fluffed up a little bit. Like, it's all true, but it's slightly misleading. Hi, Suki! How are you doing today? You have ad? Oh, yes. Okay. We will wait for them to be back from the ad. The thing about ads is, like, I know there's ways to make it to where there won't be ads for people when they first come to your stream, but that means, like, running an ad for everybody after they get here, like, every hour or so, to disable pre-roll ads for a set amount of time. That's a lot to keep up with. And I kind of don't want to make people go through ads more than once. Okay. That's just the wrong button. We need to pick out beach decor. I don't know what vibes I'm going for. Since it is fall, though, I'm probably going to use these and we can redecorate them. Do I have black couches? No. I have the double sofa in blue. I don't think I have black couches. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, items or different variations of items that I don't have because a lot of my friends who do play Animal Crossing, by the time I got the game, because I got the game after a month after it had come out, so by the time I got the game, they weren't really into it anymore, or, we always played, like, after Nook's closed, so I never got to play it, like, or at least check out their stores to get different variations. So I have to depend on Nookazon to get things. Okay, definitely want to use the kids' tents, so I think that is very cute. Okay. I didn't think about what I wanted to do to decorate the beaches. I thought I was just gonna wing it, which... Your internet's not pog tonight? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's very rough. Luckily, my internet very often has not pog times, but luckily it's been okay enough every time I try to stream. So, I think last time I streamed it was not as okay. But, I lost my train of thought. I kind of want to put the plastic pool down, but at the same time, I am going for more fall vibes. Like, cozy things. So, I think we're gonna stick to cozy looking things. Tiki torches are very, very cozy. We can put some of the festival stuff down that I have in the orange. So I didn't play festival enough to get different variations of things. Like, I got the random items that you get, but I didn't get enough feathers to customize them. So we are low-key struggling. I kind of want to put the fortune cookie cart down. See, this part is not going to be based off of Dream SMP, because this is just cute Animal Crossing vibes. But we can also craft some items. You'll always trade and buy things off of you if you want. Oh, I appreciate that. I don't have anything in mind right now that I, like, specifically need other than just Celeste recipes, but I've been waiting for her to come visit me. I do want another bonfire. I don't know... I do know where my other one is. It's at L'Manberg, so we've got to just make one. Okay. I am gonna put a bunch of materials in my inventory so that I can make things. Okay. Let's craft. I love crafting. I need to figure out which campfire is the one with the s'mores and make that. I forgot. I don't know if it's like the normal campfire or if it's one of the leaf campfires. I think it might be one of the leaf campfires. Or the leaf campfire. I say that like there's more than one, but I'm pretty sure it's just the one. This guy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one with s'mores. So we need 3 pine cones, clump of weeds, and tree branches. You have gold nets and shovels and watering cans? Awesome! We just recently unlocked some of the gold stuff for completing the encyclopedia. But I haven't made it. I don't have a lot of gold nuggets. But that's alright. I love... Oh, we've got lots of stuff in here. Okay. We are gonna go out, place some items, and try to get more pine cones, because I have 0 pine cones. I have the 1. I didn't play a lot last fall, so like I played... There was a few times where I got on and just really grinded out balloon popping so that I could get the DIYs. And then I got just enough materials to make most of the items. Ooh, pinecone pog, okay. I got just enough materials to make most of the items, but I didn't get enough to stockpile materials so that I could make the items more than once when decor called for it. So I only have a stockpile of like the maple leaves, and I've actually sold quite a few maple leaves on Kazan over the last several months. If you need anything, I change your dates. Oh, cool, cool, cool. I really appreciate that. I'm okay for right now, because I do like to try to play in season as much as possible. Like, I don't mind time travel. Where did that? Oh, here we go. I don't mind time traveling if I miss an event. So, like, let's say I couldn't play on Halloween. So, like, on November 1st, I will go back and play Halloween. But if it's something that, like, for example, I've never played Bunny Day. I didn't have the game for the first Bunny Day, and then the second Bunny Day, I just didn't play it because I was busy with school. So I've never played Bunny Day. And at this point, I waited too late to time travel for it. I don't want to play Spring right now. So I'm just gonna wait for it to roll back around. Because the, like, real life time simulation is one of the biggest things about this game that I love. Did you ever catch the stick bug? Funny you ask. Do you have the Switch? Yes, I do have the Switch. I paid a stupid amount of money for it at the beginning of this year because I had a lot of pandemic money. But yes, Pinky, I did get the walking stick bug. I got it like 2 days after that stream, and I was so hyped. It took us so long to get it. But yeah, I've got the Animal Crossing Switch. I started out on a Switch Lite, and then transferred my data over. Look at that! Yeah, we can even go see it in the museum if you want. Let's go see it in the museum. Alright. I don't actually know where it goes in the museum. So. I think it's in the room where all the bugs are, like, behind glass walls. So, like, the cage room. Oh, look who's here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... I think that just took us to the butterfly room. Hi, Haley! How are you doing today? I love the butterfly room. This would be so cool to do, like, to visit in real life. You want the galaxy flooring? Or miles tickets, could your house be empty? Oof. Yeah, I don't think I have the galaxy flooring either, but it is so pretty. Also, thank you for following, Suki. Here it is. You just can't see him. Yes, here he is, in the museum. I'm so glad we finally got him. Now the only thing we have left to do in the museum is collect all the art pieces, which is gonna take a while, guys. I'm gonna have to start playing every day. Those are funky trees. They are. They really are. This game's got a fun, funky museum. Oh, everyone's in the museum today. Alright. Well, let's see if there are any beetles battling it out on the tree. Oh, there are! Let's see, who wins? Who's gonna win? I love watching the beetle wrestling. I think it is so fun. On the cosplay grind, I need to be on the cosplay grind. But no, yeah, you're doing some cool stuff. I'm very excited to see your costumes be completed. You'll probably finish your costumes before these two guys finish their wrestling match. Oh, there they go. Nice. I love that. They did that in New Leaf too. Like the other Beatles watch. Yeah, it is so funny. One of my IRLs who just started playing Animal Crossing when New Horizons came out because his fiance played it, he didn't know that that happened because I don't think he's ever gotten KK on his island. It's been a year and a half or more and he still has not gotten KK on his island. So that tells you how much he really plays the game. Okay. Cozy vibes only. Where is my campfire? Okay, I think it's... No, bonfire? There it is. Oh, I did not mean to turn that off. Okay. Let's see. Extra long sofa? Oh, that's cozy. Okay. Actually, I do not want the log chair there. Okay, so these log chairs will not be functional, but they look nice. This is a nice cozy place on the beach. And then we can put the cookie stand over here, the cookie cart. Isn't there log benches that are literally just logs? There are! I love them, but I wanted to use these. But yeah, the log benches are really nice. I've got some somewhere. I think they're over by Teddy's house. So. Yeah, they're up here. I love that they have these, because like in New Leaf, you could do the log benches, but they were public works projects, so you couldn't customize them or anything. But these are nice. I think you can customize them to change like the wood type. I just haven't because I like the way that looks. Yeah, they're nice. Let's see. What is in this balloon? Your house is making you sad? Oh no! Honestly, Animal Crossing houses are one of those things that I never actually finish because I always change them. Like, I literally just made a house tour, like a tour video of my Animal Crossing house, knowing full well that, like, some of that interior is gonna change pretty soon. But that's alright. You just do what makes you happy. If you want to redo your house room, go for it. Okay. That looks nice. This is very cozy. Okay, what else do I have here? The tiki torches and the tent. Oh, I just can't put anything there. Alright. I'm gonna put some tiki torches up here. You never decorate the house because you put down the game for a bit? Oh, well yeah. You just gotta spend some time on it. I'm sure it'll look really good once you take the time to decorate it. I wish I was literally there. Honestly, same. I love cozy bonfire vibes. My grandma actually has a bonfire area set up in her backyard, and I am so excited for it. My only regret in life is that I don't have weekends off. So I can't invite my friends down for the weekend, because my friends have jobs where they have weekends off, and I have a job where I don't have weekends off, so I don't think we're gonna get to hang out IRL anytime soon. But, hopefully before cozy season is over, I'll be able to invite them down for a bonfire. Whether it be a rare weekend that I have off, or just a new job. But no, I love cozy bonfires. This is literally like my favorite time of year. I'm so excited for this too, because I know most of you guys know, but Suki, I live like kind of the southern region of the United States. So we don't get fall in the same way that like Washington State experiences fall. But it has been raining a lot this week, and today it was like really nice and chilly out. Like, it wasn't cold, but it wasn't hot either. So it's been very nice today, and I'm so excited for fall. Today just felt like fall, which was really nice. Also, yes, Haley, it sucks. It is so sad. But no, I literally just started this job this week, and I'm already like looking for new stuff. But I mean, to be fair, I'm trying to get a job in what I went to school in, so I don't feel as bad about like trying to find something new immediately, because for what it is, it's not a bad gig. It's just not what I want to spend my life doing. I don't know if I like that balloon being there. Yeah, that doesn't look good. It has a bad perspective. So what if we put it over here? You live in Michigan and it's cold? Ooh, cool. I've never been that far north. I know you have to deal with like blizzards and stuff, and so your winters are a lot more extreme than I'm used to, which probably sucks. And snow is less of a novelty for people in Michigan. But I hope you're having a nice fall up there. I don't know what fall looks like in Michigan. I feel like it's probably closer to like the romantic version of fall than I will ever experience in my home state. But that is very cool. It is? Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured it was, which is really cool. Like, I'm pretty happy living in the state that I live in, and if I don't really want to move anywhere else, but mostly because all of my friends are in this state. So I'm not like sitting here thinking, ooh, if only I could move to like Michigan. But I would love to experience fall in that kind of way, because it's literally my favorite season, like hands down. And not even like it's my favorite season because I'm sick of the one we're currently in, which is how I feel about spring. Because I get really tired of winter, and so about mid-January, early February, I'm like, man, winter sucks. Spring is the best season. And towards the end of, I am no longer in college, so this was probably gonna be different this year, but I know previously when I was living by a school schedule, about mid-April, I start thinking, wow, I am so sick of spring and going to school. I can't wait for summer. Summer's the best. So, I have a really bad habit of just always looking forward to the next season, but fall is my favorite, hands down. I will start looking forward to fall day 3 of winter. Or I guess after Christmas, because I do actually enjoy December. So honestly, October through December is... Oh, I need weeds. Okay. October through December is literally, hands down, the best time of year. Those are the best 3 months. And my birthday is in August. So it's not even like a personal bias. Those are just generally the best 3 months. So anyone born within those 3 months, superior. Okay, and I think I can customize that one. I don't have any customization kits on me. I think I have some in my inventory though. but I think I can customize that. Okay. Absolutely agree. I'm glad. See, I know Haley is also a summer baby, so she has no bias in this statement either. Okay, customization kits. I need to top up on customization kits. I know you can hold a stack of 50. Like, they stack to 50. I pressed the wrong option. You have 30? Nice, nice. I go through them I go through periods of time where I go through them really quickly, and then I just don't customize things ever. Okay. Do you want them? No, I'm good. Between you and me, I have a lot of bells, so I am in no, like, need of anything. Like, if I can go get it at the Nook shop, then I'm fine. Okay, October through December is peak living time. It really is. It so is. I'm very, very excited to experience that without the stress of school. It would be even better to experience that, like, just with perfectly ideal life circumstances. But if it were perfectly ideal life circumstances, it would not be real, probably. I don't know. But I am very excited to experiencing this time of year without having to, like, do homework or stress about homework that I should be doing that I'm not. If you can't tell, I'm actually really excited to not have to be in school anymore. You have like 8 million bells? Oh, nice. Suki's going on their rich arc. I don't have that many, but I do have quite a lot. And I'm at the point of my life where I'm not buying that much anymore. Okay, we're gonna set up another cozy area, probably at the top of the beach where I've got a huge area. Okay, so kids tent here. Do I have the room to place that? I do not, okay. That'll go out here then. Or, wait, hear me out. We pull this down more. So I can place this tent over here, and the tents are a square item. So I don't have to, like, place it a certain way to be able to orient it the way that I want. Okay. I do want it kind of out that way, though. Or no, I don't. Don't mind me, I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do with my life. Okay, we can place the other tent here. Although it's not the same kind of tent, but that's okay. Fits in that little nook. And, ooh, I know what we need to do. I've got little cushions that we can go place. We could put the stone arc here? Maybe? You're going to look for furniture? Oh, good luck! I hope you find what you're looking for. Or, like, find stuff that you like. It's hard to, like, get good furniture in Animal Crossing sometimes. Oh. Okay. It's falling on the side where I don't have a good place to actually get it. We'll wait for it over here. No, it's hard to, like, get stuff in Animal Crossing sometimes because the Nook's Cranny only carries so much, and it seems to carry the same 6 items that you don't like every day, and then rarely, like once a month, you get a good item. Do you have the Mario stuff? I don't I haven't purchased a lot of it, but I think everybody has the Mario stuff in their, like, special stuff. Where is this? Oh, that balloon is taking its sweet time. No, I think everybody has access to the Mario items. Just wondering. Yeah, I've purchased like 2 of the pipes, and I've got like a handful, like the coins and some other items that I have in a different part of my island that's supposed to be like the Los Nevados area of the Dream SMP, so it's like a lot of gambling and stuff like that. I also use the little flagpole to simulate some less than PG poles. Cuckoo clock, okay. Love that. Coins are cool. Yeah, I liked the coins. Here, we'll go up and see those after I go get my stuff, because it's actually, the way to get over there is over by where we just were. I will have my island laid out in a way that it's kind of hard to navigate to certain areas, so it's not laid out the best, but I'm happy with it. Because, like, the areas that are the hardest to get to are areas that I don't necessarily have to get to that often. So, it's okay. Alright. We need the cushions. I'm gonna get the mom's cushions because those are cute. Okay. Not sure if I want to bring anything else out. Oh, these could be cozy somewhere. Alright. I feel like I need a little something to go with those log chairs. Okay. Preferably something that emits light, but... Oh, candles would be nice. Okay. And then we can throw in... We can throw something in. Oh, that could be kind of cute over by our little cozy area that we're currently working on. Okay, we can't hang anything on walls out there. We just actually need tables now. Leaf stool. I thought I had more leaf stools than that, but I guess not. A wooden mini table. And do I have enough stuff to make another leaf stool? I know it's maple leaves, and it's gotta be some kind of wood. So we'll just grab a little bit of anything that it could be and hit up our crafting table. Nice. Okay. All done for now. Also, I saw that one of my, like, Switch friends just showed up in the corner, and I think it's so funny that I could play on my Switch all day long and rarely have, like, those notifications pop up. But whenever I decide to stream for my Switch, for some reason, I get those notifications a lot, and it is so funny to me how that works out. Like, I know a lot of it is time of day. But it's still really funny to me. Because I know lately, like, this time of day, I'm not really playing my Switch unless I am streaming. Because at this point in the day, I'm either watching my friends' streams, or I'm streaming myself, or I'm just playing Minecraft with my friends. So... let us... First, I'm going to show you Los Nevados so you can see some of the Mario items that I have set out. Before I forget. I don't know if you know the Dream SMP or if you're like that into it. If you're an influencer, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. I went the wrong way. It is this way. I don't know why, but my internet has been complete garbage all day. You gotta hop off for a bit. No, you're fine, you're fine. I know the internet in the town where you currently reside just sucks all the time. You're not into it, that's fair. The Dream SMP is one of those things that, like, it's not for everybody. Like, I will be the first to say it is definitely not for everybody, especially with, a lot of people's first exposure to the Dream SMP is through, like, really toxic people online. So I can definitely see how, like, seeing that could be like, oh, I don't want to get into this. Also, Minecraft content in general is just kind of hard to get into if you're not, like, just super into it. But anyway, this is where I've got a lot of the Mario items set up. And then over here, I've got the coins. First Dream SMP person says it's not for everyone. I don't know if I'm the first. I know a lot of the younger fans, which are the loudest and the most of them, may not be so quick to say that, but I feel like the more chill, older fans are definitely aware that it's not for everybody. But, like, that's just Minecraft. Like, honestly, that could be said about literally every form of media. Oh, that looks like it's an eel or something. I want to catch this. For those who are new here, I catch by ear, so, like, I have a hard time seeing when the thing is down, so I have to, like, listen for it. So, if I'm ever fishing and just go quiet for no reason, that's why. It's the only way I can catch them. Is if I just shut the fuck up for a second and listen. Okay, we can put the other cushion here. Oh, this is looking cozy. Okay. What did I want to put here? Oh yeah, the camp stove would be nice. That could be cute. And turn it on. Or it was already on when we placed it. Let's see. Oh, nope, that's just not gonna go anywhere. Alright. I want to put some more stuff over there later. Definitely some more plants. Which I think I need to purchase. I don't have that many plants that I can just place. I'll check the inventory though, but we're gonna go over to the other side and place the lounge chairs. So I've got a good little area over here on the complete other side of the island. Okay. Yeah, I've got this huge area down here. Okay, it's not that huge, but when you're not good at decorating beaches, it feels huge. Yep, that one was gonna be flipped around. And then we can put the wooden mini table. Here we go. With the tree's bounty? Yes, the little bounty tree. Cute. Okay. And then the leaf stool here with wedding candle set. I love it already. Okay. Where is my other leaf stool? Here it is. And then the candle set is up here. Alright. Teddy, what do you want? Chrissy already asked me about today, so I know that's not it. Some cyber shades. I feel bad telling them I don't want their stuff, but I also hate when they try to sell me their stuff, because it's like, I don't want this. I already have it. But okay. Whatever I need to do to make your day a little bit easier. Okay. This is a cute little cozy area. I think what I'm gonna do is either time travel or wait. I'm probably gonna time travel to do my dream address sometime like in the fall, so that all the cozy stuff feels a lot more in season, and then I'm just never gonna update my dream address again. So that my out of season decor will only be judged by me, anyone who sees it in a video, or anyone who sees it on streams. That's alright. We all know I'm a fall enthusiast. And besides, I have a little area that I think I'm gonna dedicate to seasonality. So right now the pumpkin carriage is there, but after Thanksgiving I'm gonna put a Christmas tree there. Because I do have the giant Christmas tree somewhere. It's down here. Yeah, right here. Big festive tree. And I got the little one. We're definitely gonna use some mossy rocks. You like that idea? Yeah, I like that idea too, because having a seasonal island is something I always struggled with, because it's like, I want to enjoy all the seasons, but at the same time, I get really attached to how I have stuff laid out, and I have a hard time decorating things, like, overall for each season. So I felt that the best way to deal with that would be to have a little area that wasn't super big, that would be easy to change out like 1 or 2 items every season. Hi Imsat, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Also, thanks for the follow. Too much work to decorate the whole island? Yeah, the people, most Animal Crossing players that I've seen, they either dedicate their whole island to one season and then basically stay in that season, or they have like a general island and then they'll like decorate their house for the seasons, which is a little bit easier to do. Oh no, you're sick? I'm so sorry to hear that. Being sick sucks, but hopefully you'll get over it pretty soon. It's absolutely the worst. Even when you're not that sick, it still feels like terrible. Okay, I don't know if I've been in the Nook shop today. I probably have, but I forgot what was in it, so we're gonna go check to see if they have plants. Because we don't have any that's not in use. Because I use them a lot to decorate. So I don't hoard them like I should. And they're not in here. Okay, let me check what I can make before I do stuff, because I know I ordered some things to make mystery bags for Nookazon. So I cannot order anything tonight. But we can look and see what we can do without having to buy something new. Oh, it's the rock that looks like a phallic object. Love that. No, I think I might redecorate at least the main room of my house in a more fall theme. I'm just not sure yet. Also, last stream I was talking about some like things that I was gonna order to like redo my room, and I started talking about this little like chair cushion thing that I got, and I was having a hard time describing it. Basically, it looks just like the Peach chair, the cushion part of it at least. It just looks like that. So I'm very excited for it. Okay. I am not seeing any good options for plants. So, If we could just make a bunch of Christmas trees. Oh, I do still need to make this. Okay, purple windflowers. Let me... Actually, wait. Anything else? Recently, your OC, you have to give them a fully furnished house. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Having a fully furnished house in Animal Crossing is so hard to do. Because I always have a hard time deciding, like, how I want to decorate. Yeah, I kind of figured. I can use my context clues. But yeah, that is really cool. But, that is definitely something that is definitely easier to say than do. Especially, like, if you have multiple characters, because I know there for a while I had 2-player characters, but the second player character was going to stay in a tent because they were kind of part of the campsite. I had to delete it so that I can move stuff around without upgrading it to a house, because I didn't want to upgrade it to a house. And I haven't gotten around to remaking it yet, but I will soon, because that was the player file that was like my guest file. So it was mostly just my 3-year-old nephew that would use it to play with me. So when I remake it, I'm probably just gonna name it after him than just using some like random name that I came up with. Because before it was called Citrine, but my nephew really wanted it to look like him. So now I've decided that when I do remake it, we're just gonna make it after him. I'll just place the mossy garden rock back here. That's fine. I think the other one would look good in this corner. I don't know if the pine or the bonsai tree will look good. I don't think it really fits over here. Nothing to place. Yeah, that's not it. Okay. That's fine. Alright. I'm so glad we got my beaches, like, cleaned up. I'm not good at decorating beaches, so I just wanted to have, like, a couple little areas laid out. So I think that's all for now. So now we just get to have a chill time and hang out. We can go look at my other beach and think about things to do there. Because I know the beach over here, half of it is dedicated to the ruins of L'Manberg, and the other half is empty. And it's a pretty good, decently sized area. So, do you guys think that having more kids' tents over here would look nice? I could try to get the brown ones, but the ones I have access to are mostly, we'll just go here. I do not like typing out stuff on this, so we're gonna do this the harder way. Yeah, so I've got the white, the pink, the black, and the stripes. So I think I'm gonna get some more white ones to place over here. I think that could be cute. And kind of make this an extension of this area. Just a bit. No, I'm really proud of how this turned out. It looks a hot mess, but like it's intentional. The only thing is, if you've ever tried to create mass destruction in Animal Crossing, it doesn't work very well. There's not a lot to work with. You said kid tents? Yeah, that's what that item is called. It's like literally just called the kids tent. It was one of the like Christmas toys that you could get. I'll just type in kid. Yeah, kids tent. So during the Christmas season of Animal Crossing, which they call Toy Day, they had these like special toys that you could only get during that time of year, and this was one of them. So it's supposed to be like a toy that you get for Christmas. Yeah, it was very cute. It's like a nice little 2x2 item, because a lot of people like to do things where the tent works really well. And we still have all this over here to figure out. I'm just gonna pick up all these shells and sell them, because I haven't done that in a while. I do think we should move the seaweed over to L'Manberg instead of having it over here. I think that would look nice. I have so much seaweed. I love that you could place the seaweed and just have it sit on the ground instead of like in some sort of box or something. I really love that. Okay, back on the beaten path. Oh, I have so much seaweed. Okay, we hear ya. Place item? Nice. Place item. I love it! The seaweed is so gross looking. Like, that is nasty. So it works out pretty well for what I'm doing here. No room? Got it. Let's come back over here. Place some by the fire. So seaweed looks really gross, but I actually really like to eat it. Like chips. They're such a good little snack. Like, you can get a little package of just like dried salted seaweed. I don't know what its intended purpose is, packaged like that, but it's a good little snack. So that's what I like about it. Do you guys like to eat seaweed? The thing about the seaweed item is you can't really like move it after you've placed it. I don't know why I just keep showing it off when I don't want to. Okay. Then we can put some down here, because I can't really place anything over here. Perfect. I love decorating with seaweed. We could plant more coconut trees. So I do not have a lot of those. I only have a handful. And it would be a good way to make this area feel a bit more natural, which is kind of what I'm going for. Yeah, that's not gonna grow. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna grow either. This is fine. The only reason I would want to hack my Switch is so I could put trees in different places. Is tree growth real time? No, no, no. It takes like a few days, luckily. So it's gonna look like this, and then tomorrow it'll be like the little baby tree, and then over the next couple of days it'll grow into a big tree, and then it takes 2 to 3 days for fruit to appear on the tree. So luckily it is not real time, because that would take forever. We've got lots of bugs out here to catch tonight. Catching bugs is so much fun when you're not like grinding out for a specific rare bug. Yeah, I would cry too if it took 20 years. I think if it took 20 years for a tree to grow, people would not be upset about time travel, because for some reason, a lot of Animal Crossing players in the community, there's like 2 separate camps. There's the people who do time travel and think it's great and a good way to play the game, and then there's people who think that time travel ruins the game and is cheating. And people get real heated about it, which makes no sense, because this is not a competitive game, so it doesn't matter that Susie got to do Halloween in the middle of July while Mary had to wait all the way until October. Like, I don't get it. He's singing. Precious. I love her. Okay. Welcome! Please make yourself at home here. Ooh woo? I make so many of my villagers say ooh woo. Okay, let's talk. There's the bug off this Saturday. Yo, I am gonna have to time travel to play that because I will be at work. Literally throughout the entire bug off, basically. I think I will get home with 30 minutes to spare. Ooh woo! Yeah. Also, I don't know what is going on with Streamlabs. Like, it'll either send messages twice or just won't send a message at all. Like, I noticed it hasn't been doing the, like, thank you for following thing. But luckily, since I'm, like, playing with OBS, let me start that sentence over. So basically, because I am playing on my Switch, I don't have to have a game screen open, and I'm actually using OBS, like my streaming software, as my game screen. Hello? What was that? Okay. Yeah, I'm using OBS as my game screen, so I can see when alerts pop up. Whereas when I'm playing Minecraft, I can't see my alerts pop up. Yeah, at least it's working for the commands. I was very sad when it wasn't working for the commands, because I love my commands. I've got to start giving gifts to my villagers again, because that is the best way to get their portraits. And I have a lot of portraits to get. I also love how, like, over here it's just going to be year-round Halloween, because I think it looks really nice. I don't know if I'll change that out, like, in the spring or something. I don't know what I would change it to, but it's how we're living. Okay. We gotta get some gifts for people so I can get their portraits. All the villager portraits that I have are up on my wall. I don't have the portraits for special villagers, like, not special villagers, but for the NPCs that you get, like Jingle and all that. I don't have those up. No particular reason, I just don't have those up. But these are all the villager pictures that I have. I regret letting Callie move out before getting her picture, but that's okay. I at least got Tammy's before she left. Tammy was one of my OGs. Tammy and Teddy were my 2 starters, so I got those 2. And then I got Marina's, who is no longer on my island. Same with Wendy. And Eugene, actually. Static and Teddy are the only 2 who I have their portrait, and they still live on my island. Which, I might move Static out and replace him with Julian, because I have Julian's amiibo. And I really want that cool little unicorn living on my island. And I have Lobo on my island right now, who is the same personality type as Static, so I don't feel bad swapping him out, because I want to have at least one of every villager type, like personality, just to make sure I don't miss out on anything. Okay. I know gifting villagers is a big taboo for the Nookazon community, because people like their villagers ungifted, but I do not care. We will gift a Twa. Probably just gonna give her something she already has. Let's give her the Kiki and Lala table. Which is totally cheating. Okay, do I have any wrapping paper? I've got a little bit. I have got a little bit. Oh, hello. Type. Yes, that's how I like to have it. I know I've been stocking up on red wrapping paper because it's a recipe item for literally just one recipe, which is like the fancy wrapping paper for Christmas. But it's hard to come by sometimes. Like when you're looking for it, it's hard to come by. Okay. Let's see. We need to give something to Francine. We'll give her... I don't want to give her anything wall-mounted. We'll give her the cute chair. And then I don't know what to give Lobo. I feel like he might like the folding floor lamp. I don't know. Give Chrissy the clawfoot tub. We can give Mary the Papa Bear. Alright, that's all I'm gonna deal with for now, so that I don't forget. Gifting villagers, like, trying to do a whole bunch in one go gets so confusing sometimes, especially if you wrap things beforehand. Then you're left with, like, I don't remember what any of these gifts are, so we're just gonna hope I give the right ones to the right people. Which, fun fact, during Christmas, I did not. But it was okay. Chrissy, girl, you've been struggling all day. Okay, we wanted to give her the clawfoot tub. There we go. Homegirl. Static and me, we totally fought the other day about who has better fashion. I mean, it's me. Actually, Chrissy, you and Static were arguing about the wrong thing. Because obviously, it's me, Mel. I'll do it. It's a huge help, you're the best. Anytime, bestie. Gonna get late? Yeah, definitely. What time is it? She gave this to me. Okay, it's only 7:30. It's only 7:30? Feels a bit later than that. It gets so dark in Animal Crossing. Okay, I guess I have to go give this to Static before I can give her a gift. Alright. I don't know where Static is. His house is up here, so we'll go... Actually, he's home. He's just actually home. Love that. If I do a new island layout, I think I want to go for like a fairy core kind of vibe. I know it's kind of out of nowhere, but I've been thinking about it. And I've been vibing with it. Kind of like how I'm vibing with, what is this, KK Cruising? Yeah, crack it open. Silk shirt. Gonna redo the island now? No, not anytime soon. I don't think I'm gonna redo my island. I will restart before I do that again. But I don't want to restart this island. But if I ever get to a point in my life where buying a second Switch and a second copy of Animal Crossing isn't too ridiculous, like if I can write it off as a tax credit or something, then I'll consider it. Because I was talking about this earlier, how I miss like early game. Chrissy was that worried. Yeah, y'all were fighting, getting really heated over fashion. You know, I don't know, I've just been watching a lot of Animal Crossing videos, and I think it'd be really fun to, like, document an island from start to finish. But that is a very far off if we ever do this. Bro, Atoile was just home. Where did she go? Oh, she left so quickly. Alright, I think we need to tell Chrissy that the delivery's done. Wherever she's at. Girl. That's the thing, like, villagers will leave so fast. And you cannot find them again. No, I'm gonna keep this island layout for a long time until I get sick of the Dream SMP. And I probably will just leave it as is and get rid of the Dream SMP references. Which, luckily, there's only a handful of areas that is just so hard Dream SMP that if I wanted to do something else, I would have to change them. Where is our favorite narcissistic pink loving bunny? Okay. She's just gone. She left. Is she visiting Muffy? I haven't talked to Muffy in so long. She's been on my island for a really long time, and I still haven't gotten her photo. Alright, let's say hi. Good to see you. Thought you'd come by. Let's chat. Really wasn't sure if I could afford a deluxe washer. Treat yourself. Totally the right call, uwu. This is the worst. See, the thing about Animal Crossing is if I make one villager say a cursed phrase, then eventually the other villagers will pick it up and start saying it, because, like, catchphrases and stuff tend to spread. Oh, here she is. Like, how was static? Looks like this will blow over. Nice. I love when the villagers fight, because it is so funny. What is this? You can tell how long it's been since Chrissy asked for a new catchphrase. At least since last December. Back when, that SNL skit was going viral. A clawfoot tub? Are you like, for sure? Yes. What am I gonna do with a hot pink tub? I'm gonna show this off in my house as soon as I figure out where to put it. An instant muscles suit. Oh, we've gotta try this on. We've gotta try this on. Boom. Pocket leaves is ripped now. Oh, this is disgusting. It doesn't even match my skin tone. It's like slightly darker. I love it. Okay. We need to find Etoile. I think that is the next person on our list. I do believe we might have something for Mary. We do, okay. Never mind, Mary's the next person on our list. The Papa Bear. I have a feeling I've given her a Papa Bear like this before. I just have a feeling. Just a feeling. I know she doesn't have it out though, because I've been to her house. Here's a gift! For me? Well, of course. Okay. Oh, what is it? I love Mary. She's so cute. She deserves a Papa Bear. If anyone does, it's her. Had my eye on this for a while. I love when they say stuff like that, because then it makes me feel like, oh, I got you a gift that you actually wanted and not one you're just being nice about because I gave you a gift. Soccer uniform top. I just want your picture. That's alright. I kind of slowed down a lot on the picture earning grind once I got a bunch of villagers that I knew I was gonna keep, like, super long term. So, like, Chrissy and Francine are not moving off my island. I moved them in with amiibos. So, they're not going anywhere. Speaking of Francine, we'll go ahead and give her her gift. I'll have to go buy more wrapping paper. Cute chair. I know I've given her a cute chair before. How are you today? Oof. For me, you shouldn't have. Let's go. Most mediocre gift I'm giving out tonight. They're imprisoned here against their will. It's funny you say that, because Chrissy literally asked to move out this morning. She's like, I've been thinking about going and see more places and get my name out there, and I'm like, no, you're staying. And she's like, okay, I'm staying. So, yeah, basically. They're imprisoned here against their wills. Funny enough, I don't know why this, like, reminds me of when this game came out last year, and PETA literally made, like, this whole thing, like, a big deal about it, and they were like, this game is terrible, and it's the worst, and we're gonna cancel this fictional owl that collects and imprisons animals in a museum. And everyone's like, bro, this is fucking Animal Crossing, it's not that deep. But, I was applying to jobs for, media stuff today, and I almost applied to PETA because I wasn't paying attention, and I was like, oh, this sounds like something I could do, and then I saw it was PETA, and I was like, oh, do I really want to apply here? So, yeah, if I would have applied for that, Pinky, you could have made sure they didn't hire me by telling them I imprison animals against their will on my island. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, dang. PETA's gotta ask for people to apply for jobs? Because I look at nonprofit... Is PETA a nonprofit organization? Because I know there's supposed to be like a charity. I'd cancel you. Thank you, I'm honored. I am honored that you would cancel me. Because... like, realistically, I know if I ever get canceled, it's not going to be for, like, a really, really good reason. Like, I don't plan on committing any serious crimes here. And I don't struggle with certain issues that many, internet personalities have been getting called out for over the last few years. And I'm also literally asexual, so I'm never gonna, like, do anything. So I'm not even interested in, like, anybody. But anyway. So if I ever get canceled, it's either gonna be for a really, really stupid reason or something that I didn't realize was an issue, which either way, it's not gonna be something like, oh, how could you support this literal criminal? So if anyone's gonna cancel me, I would be honored. I'd feel like I actually made it, because that means people are paying enough attention to my stuff to, like, grasp for straws? I don't know. If I ever get canceled one day, they're gonna look back at this VOD and be like, wow, this person really thought they weren't gonna get canceled for a good reason. Canceled over hamburger topping preferences? Facts. I prefer to put nothing on my hamburger. Just the bun, the patty, and ketchup. And that is it. I would say cheese, but I can't eat cheese anymore. Look at their VOD. Yeah, basically. I am incriminating myself. I will say, there is one thing that I have publicly done on the internet that is still up there, because I don't know if I should take it down and then, like, hide it, or if I should leave it up there and then also be like, yo, I don't vibe with this anymore. It was, like, way back in the day. Oval glasses, I don't want those. Way back in the day, I used to have some very questionable shipping practices, but I have since addressed with myself why that was something I did. I've been working on it, and I don't... Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if you've heard of this fun, funky thing called Black Butler, but if you were into Black Butler between the years of, like, when it came out and, like, 2012, the most popular... Well, even now, like, the most popular ship is the one between, like, the literal child and then the adult demon. And it's one of those things that when I was, like, participating in ship stuff, it was something that I was doing in a very unhealthy way. Not that, like, I did gross stuff or, was, like, over the top about it, but that my reasoning for consuming this type of content was unhealthy and, like, self-destructive. And once I figured out, like, why the fuck I was even going out of my way to do all this, I was like, oh yeah, I should probably stop, because for the longest time, I would say things like, yeah, these anti-shippers are making really good points, but some people also can, like, use this ship to cope with trauma and stuff. And then I learned some things about myself, and I was like, oh, wait a second. That's not healthy. So I have some of that lingering around the internet still, because when I first got into cosplay, I made, like, Black Butler stuff. I made a couple videos that, like, kind of teased with the ship. So, I still have those things up there that I haven't taken down because, well, one, me being greedy about YouTube numbers, but also, it's one of those things where I feel like if I delete it, people would say I'm hiding it, but if I leave it up, people would be mad that I left it up, so I don't really know what to do about that. And then another thing that I could get canceled for, that would actually be for a good reason, is I made a video and befriended a person. So okay, so I made this video using this person's cover of a song, and it was like a parody cover that they made, and an emblem and blazer, okay. But I made this video to the song that they made, and then I later befriended this person, and so the video that I made to their song is still up and, like, credits them and everything, and then they are in some of my anime vlogs, like AnimeCon vlogs, And I never name dropped them in the vlog because that felt kind of shitty, because they were actually like semi-internet famous within that fandom. But later they literally got arrested for sexually assaulting a child. And so now I'm like, ooh, it'd be a good move to remove these things. But also, I don't know if I should. Like, it's one of those things, like, I probably should, but at the same time, I'm not, like, actively endorsing that person. So, I don't know. I'm also being a little bit selfish, because, like, the like, CMV that I made to their song is, like, one of the few videos that I have that does really, really well in views. So I'm, like, leaving it up there until, I get called out on it, I guess. I don't know. Is that's kind of shitty. Especially if I think I could potentially be called out for it, but I don't know. Being canceled is one of those things that I get so paranoid about that I think about every possible thing I've ever done publicly that could get me canceled. Oh, I already wrapped it. Okay. And so I've thought a lot about these things. Yeah, it was it was a rough time. Like the whole, like, I guess my whole friendship with that person, it is a whole story. You're way too sweet to get canceled. Oh, thank you. Like, honestly, if I ever got canceled, like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because it would either be for a really dumb reason or a reason that I would learn from and correct my behavior. Because if it's a good reason, then I am ashamed that it is something I wasn't aware of beforehand. So, yeah, I feel like I would handle it okay. At least based on what I've seen, that is true. That is very true. You've only seen me as I present online. So, this is no slash parasocial here. Next time I spiff up my place, this will come in handy. Nice. Lobo is such a chill dude. But no, I don't know why I get so paranoid and spend so much time thinking about, like, oh, what would I be canceled about, and what would I do, how would I react to it? But I guess it's the same part of my brain that wants to, like, basically practice conversations. Because I know when I have to have a hard conversation with somebody, I will literally practice it in my head for months before I actually be like, hey, I need to talk about this with you. So it's probably that same part of me that's like, hey, I gotta practice just in case. The child-adult relationship almost sounds like you may have been groomed, even maybe. Yeah, it's a little complicated. I've got some reasons that is a little bit trauma dumpy, but it's also not like the worst that people have ever experienced. So there's a little bit of something going on, but it wasn't too wild. As far as I remember, it wasn't too wild. But yeah. Even so, like, if you're using stuff like that to cope, it should probably be done privately, because not everybody needs to be, I guess, exposed to that. And another thing is, a lot of times adults in fandom will use those types of ships to normalize that type of behavior in real life and use it to abuse children. Like the person I knew that literally got arrested. So, it's a very complicated, and I feel like, gray area. Some people tend to think it's more black and white. And don't get me wrong, I think it's more of a dark gray area than a light gray area. So, I said that, and then I just realized, what the fuck does that metaphor mean? But anyway, you're not trying to even know, don't worry. Yeah, that's fair. I just, like, I don't mind talking about it, but at the same time, it is a little heavy, and we're trying to vibe with Animal Crossing streams. So this is not the time nor the place to get into all that. Yeah. Okay. Where is this balloon going? The thing about having flowers everywhere is it makes balloon popping kind of hard. I think I need to move up some. About right here. So yeah, that's what I would potentially get canceled for, but a lot of that's tied to my cosplay stuff. So, and I'm really thinking that if I get to a position where people would cancel me for, it's gonna be through streaming. So I've got a rabbit hole of content that people could potentially find and do stuff with. It's also kind of interesting, like, how much the general vibes of what people are and are not okay with online has changed over the last few years, which I think is why a lot of people get canceled now, like, especially older people who've been online for a long time. So, like, to use the Dream SMP as example, I know Filza, like, people try to cancel Filza for, like, some jokes he made in bad taste, like, years ago on Twitter. And luckily, I didn't start using Twitter super regularly until things like that started to be more obviously not okay in the internet spaces. But also, like, some of these things that used to be normalized and seen as not a big deal, when in fact it actually is, are things that, like, I don't understand how people thought it was okay to do. So, I'll admit, I wasn't there. I'm not in this age group. And I am from an area where knowing these things are not okay may be more important than other areas, because I've lived in the South my whole life, and not only in the South, but for a good chunk of my life, I've lived in areas that were pretty diverse, like, race-wise, so there were a lot of things that some people can claim ignorance to that I cannot in good faith claim ignorance to. So, what do I have going on here? I just have a bunch of different shells, okay. So, like, back in, like, the early days of YouTube, when all these YouTubers are doing blackface, like, I get it was okay in the culture at the time. Well, like, how could any of those people think it was actually okay to do? Like, I don't understand. Like, there are some things that are normalized that I don't understand how they got normalized. It's like, how do you think this is okay? Blackface in early YouTube? Yeah. So a lot of, like, OG YouTubers have a history. Well, I say a lot. The only two I really know about is, like, Shane Dawson and Jenna Marbles. But, like, back then, in, like, the early or mid-2000s and stuff, too late to be doing it, right? I would think so, too. And, like, they could say, oh, it was a different time back then, or, like, I was young, but, like, these people were teenagers and young adults. I don't know about everybody, but I know that I knew that was wrong from a very early age. Like, before I was probably super well-versed in those types of topics. Like, I remember my mom she was a college student for a good chunk of my life because she was, like, going to grad school and everything, and she studied, like, Southern literature and a lot of stuff like that, and one of her classes assigned that they watched A Birth of a Nation, which, if you don't know, is an old film that sucks ass, and it's an extremely racist film that I think might be about the beginning of America. I don't actually know, because the one class I had that would have made me watch it, the teacher said, I'm not going to make you guys watch this is just horrible, so we didn't watch it, but I did learn. This movie came out, early 1900s. When it came out, back then, when being racist was normalized and seen as okay, people still thought that movie was really fucking racist and not okay. Like, huh? But anyway, she had to watch that movie, and so she watched it for class, and so she watched it at home, and I was like 8 or 9, and she was watching it in the living room, and I was like so upset by it. Like, I don't really remember this very well, but when we were talking about, like, race politics last year, my mom was like, bro, even my child, without being taught, knew that it was not okay. And I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, I was watching this movie for class, and you were, like, visibly upset about it. And I was like, oh. Well, okay then. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how people thought that was okay in the 2000s. Like, I can understand people thinking that it's not okay, but being okay with doing it because they are questionable people. But to have a culture that's like, yeah, it's fine, I don't understand. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Like, Honestly, I think that's one of my favorite, like, fun facts about film, is that A Birth of a Nation was considered racist and just horrible when it came out. So, I think that says a lot, because I know that time period was very like that. So, that says a lot about this movie, huh? Like, it's not a fun fact and a thing that, like, oh, it's fun that this exists like that, but the way that it was received at its time, all things considered. It's like, damn, that's real messed up. But anyway. Okay. I'm just basically doing chores around the island now, but I'm vibing. I'm having a lot of fun. This is what I like about Animal Crossing. When I'm done designing my island, I just run around and just do whatever. I just moved my desk. Anyway. What day is it? I think, forgive your questionable past. Thank you. Yeah, I may have a questionable past with things that I've genuinely learned better on, but at least I've never done the things that some of these OG YouTubers have done. No, I feel like as long as I'm open about, like, the questionable things I have done in the past and willing to have a conversation about it, it'll be alright. And anyone that does, like, genuinely want to cancel me over it, that's okay. Fortunately, I never use most social medias, so you're mostly a ghost. That's fair, that's fair. I think your average person is not gonna get canceled unless you do something horrible that ends up going viral, so, like, the random-ass high schoolers that go viral for saying, like, slurs and stuff, they get canceled before they even got the chance to get started. So, unless you're just really unlucky, you're not gonna get canceled if you're just, like, an average everyday person. Not to say that, like, people who do get popular online are not average everyday people, but when I say that, I mean people who don't have, like, thousands of people with their eyes on you. The Pride Garden looks so good at night. Like, this is beauty. Wait, we gotta do a little pose here. Let's see. Still worry about my career? That is true, that is true. You've always got to worry about your career. Not to say that who knows what someone has on me. Oof. Yeah, that is true. It's one of those things that it's, like, less likely to happen, but everyone still worries about it. So, like, I don't know about you, but I know when I was growing up, everybody around me was like, hey, you gotta be careful about what you post on social media, you can't post your fun party nights on Facebook because years later when you're trying to get a job, people will see that and be like, yo, this person's a wild party animal in 2010, so we cannot hire them. So I know that was a things I heard a lot growing up. So that does, like, breed a little bit of paranoia about what are people gonna find about me. So, luckily, I Google myself frequently, like my legal name, because that's what most people trying to hire me are gonna look for. I have nothing attached to my legal name. My Facebook is the only thing that has my legal name on it, but when you Google my legal name, a bunch of stuff comes up that is, like, not even related to me. Like, there's some doctor in the UK, like, medical doctor, who has the same first and last name as me, and they are the main person that comes up when you Google my name. All of my social media is under, like, usernames, and I've used my full legal, like, first name before, but I've since shortened it because I just prefer that. So yeah, I've never publicly used my last name, like, anywhere except for Facebook, because I've always used, I've always used social media that wasn't inherently anonymous like Tumblr is. I've always used that with the intention of wanting to be a more public account. So, like, I've always, for lack of a better way to describe it, I've always wanted to be somewhat of an influencer or somebody with a lot of followers because I thought it looked fun. And it just feeds my ego. A lot of the same reason everybody wants that, or the people who do want that want it. So, I've never, like, attached my last name to my public profiles. Even like my private profiles don't have it because those private profiles were not initially private, but have since become a little bit more private because I have IRLs on there that are very, very, very personal on their accounts and do not mind sharing where they live. Like, I have a friend who's on TikTok, and she will literally dox herself on TikTok using her full legal name, telling where she goes to school, what city she lives in. She lives in a small city. It would not be hard to find her if you wanted to. And I'll see her on TikTok, and she's like doxing herself basically, and I'm like, girl, please, no. Why didn't you learn internet safety? It still applies. And it's honestly painful to see. It is so painful to see these people get way too personal on social media. Like, it's one thing getting way too personal in the sense of oversharing some like weird thing, but it's a whole nother breed when you're literally sharing information that could let people track you down in real life. Like, you're not going to be able to track me down based on some weird oversharing thing that I post about, I don't know, what's something people overshare a lot about sexual things on TikTok, and they overshare a lot about like just weird, gross things that humans do. And like, you could argue digital footprint with that one, but I never want to give someone the ability to find me, right? Like, she posts so much personal information. I'm like, Grace, girl, you can't do that on an account that is not locked down in private. And even then, I probably still wouldn't do it. Your Gmail doesn't even have your address. I don't think I've ever put in an address for Google, but Google definitely knows where I live. Google knows where I live. I do not know if it's attached to my Gmail, but Google knows. Because when you do like the places near me, and then I use Google Maps for my GPS, so yeah, Google knows where I live, whether I actively gave it that information or not. But that's alright. I've long accepted the fact that privacy is non-existent in our current technological state. And I've just come to accept it. And like, I'm not okay with it, but I definitely am okay with the benefits of modern technology, so like, I'm gonna live with it. I'll live with it. The government knows too, yeah. Like, it's so weird because I have a lot of contradictory ideas about like government and privacy and stuff like that. So like, for example, so y'all know I live in the South. And if there's one thing you know about the South, it's that people really love their guns here. And I really like the idea of more gun control. I don't know if I want people to get their guns taken away, but I do want something different. Yeehaw! Yeah, that's right. But at the same time, I am very, like, I'm not doomsday preppers level, but I am very distrustful of just like government in general. And so, like, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, we don't need fucking machine guns and shit, like, we need to control that. But then on the other hand, it's time for revolution, boys. So, there's that. And, like, my ex, who was, like, getting a little nuts there at the end, he was like, how can you literally feel this way, but then want this to happen? Like, it's so contradictory. And I'm like, well, I think there are other ways to achieve both things that I want out of life. But no, like, what's another one? Like, you can own a tank and just throw it as a cannon? I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Where do people buy tanks? What the heck? That is very interesting. Okay. That hasn't changed my life, but I feel like that is life-changing information. Like, I'm thinking about it, like, where is the average person even gonna keep a tank? Bro, I would be scared of the kind of person who actually does want to buy a tank. Like an army surplus place. Oh, yeah, okay. I frequently forget that that is a thing that exists, that the everyday person has access to. And that does not sit right with me. All I ask is those army surplus places at least make sure you know how to use the equipment that you are buying, because the one thing worse than a person with a gun is a person with a gun who doesn't know how to use the gun. That's how you make sure the most amount of people get hurt, is someone who doesn't know how to use it. Those average people own many acres in the middle of America. Fair, you kind of have to if you're buying tanks. Goes through extreme vetting. Okay, that's good. That makes me feel a little bit better. Gotta take a class on how to use a tank. Like, people mishandling guns is one thing, but like, could you imagine someone mishandling a fucking tank? Like, what could they do? What kind of damage? That is so wild. But yeah, I mean, I'm not an active advocate, but I vibe with gun control, but at the same time, it's like, how am I supposed to prep for doomsday? So, pay like 10k a year for a 10k a year? That is very expensive. Most use as a toy, I'm guessing. Yeah, if you've got that kind of money, you're not using it for protection or like getting it to prep for doomsday. You're just getting it because you can. You're the kind of people that people are gonna riot against when doomsday happens. It's alright with you. I'd really like to give you a desert outfit. Alright, let's go. Because a drone would take them out pretty quick. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Oh! Another funny thing I saw today while applying for jobs is it was a job listing that said photographer, videographer, drone operator. And I was like, one of these things is not like the other. But after thinking about it, a lot of, so in order, you can use a drone in videography and like cinematography, but you do have to be like certified to do so, so that's probably what they meant by drone operator. But just reading it was very funny, because it sounded like a totally unrelated thing. But no, when I was working at my student position, one of the full-time employees there actually got certified to be a drone operator for like the use of cinematography and stuff, and it was pretty cool. It's like this, you basically have to like take a test, and it's a lot like getting your driver's permit, where you just study some information and then take a test to get certified. So that was kind of interesting. I don't think I will ever do that, because I don't think I will ever be in a position where I would need to do that. If I ever hit that full-time content creator life, it would be cool to use drone footage. I don't know what I would use it for, but it just seems like it'd be a cool thing to have the option to do. But at that point, I would be doing it privately. Because I know how. I know that professionally, oh, I fucked that up. Okay, I know that, like, professionally, when you're filming stuff and you want to go on location, you have to get people's permission, and when you're doing things in public, that's when you have to be licensed. And while that would be super good, location-wise, I am afraid of contacting people about doing silly, funny internet things, so I will most likely always do things near my house. So that means I would only be doing it on private property, and I don't think you have to be licensed to do that. I say that all this would be cool, but I don't think I will ever make content that requires drone footage. Who knows? There's no telling what life has in store for any of us. Okay. Ooh, let's go catch this bug. I think Flick will be on the island until midnight? Either until midnight or 5 a.m. I don't know when the special character leaves. I do know the day resets at like 5 or 6 a.m. though. So, we can sell some things to Flick. There's probs, no yearly fee. I think it's a Cali thing if you're a commercial tank operator. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Because I feel like most of the people that would use a tank, they're either rich people using it for fun or people prepping for something big. Kind of fun to think about. Yeah, it is fun to think about. Because, like, drone footage looks so sick. It is so cool. And I would love to be able to like go on locations and like really step up video production for like CMVs and stuff. Because I saw this one Dream SMP cosplay music video that somebody released like within the last couple of days. And it was so good. Scorpions are still out? I was not looking at my screen when that happened. Okay. PRP gotta go buy one. Good luck. We just fucking died in Animal Crossing. Hello. Okay. Well. Yeah. So. I'm The death in Animal Crossing. Yep. I have been playing New Horizons for a year and a half now. And I'm still not used to the fact that tarantulas and scorpions are not just a June and July thing, like in New Leaf. So you'll catch me running around most of Tarantula and Scorpio season completely unaware that it is Tarantula and Scorpion season. I almost said Scorpio season. I don't think it's Scorpio season. Acorn. Yo! That's fine. That is the most acorns in a row I've ever gotten. But I've got quite a few acorns, so I really need to focus on pine cones. I just don't have a good pine tree to go shake. Okay, let's get this one. So I shook a pine tree literally like 15 minutes before I started stream, and I got a pine cone. That was what my single pine cone in my inventory was earlier tonight. I have better luck with acorns than I do pine cones, even though they're like virtually supposed to be the same. But it's rough out here for us pine cone collectors. Like, I don't want to spend a bunch of time on Nookazon trying to buy pine cones, but I may have to. I don't actually have to because I don't need them, but I like having them because you never know. And they're a seasonal thing, so it's not like in April when I decide I need some that I can go get some. Which is why it took me so long to place that last arch over by the museum. I hate pine needles IRL. I don't mind them. Fun fact, it is a fun fact. We got new Pinky lore today. I don't mind them. Like, I don't do yard work, so they don't affect me, but I do help my grandma pick up pine cones out of the yard sometimes. And then I'm like, why are there so many fucking pine cones? So, it's whatever. Okay, we're gonna try the other tree. Fun fact. Ooh, redeemed a fun fact. Okay. So, I'm trying to think of a fun fact. Oh, pine cone. Nice. Oh, fun fact. Well, wait, I was gonna tell a fun fact about the fact that there are, like, such thing as tropical pine trees, but given that you are also living in the South, you probably know that already. So let's go for a fun fact that is not one you most likely already know. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. I've got a fun fact. I just learned about this recently. It's more so a theory than a fact, but honestly, I think it is pretty factual. So, L'Manberg, right? It's in the Dream SMP fandom is something that people kind of say is like for freedom and everything, and it's supposed to be the good guys. But when you actually go back and look at the lore, L'Manberg is a place built off of discrimination, and they're not actually the good guys. The whole reason L'Manberg existed is because Wilbur wanted to sell drugs, And the Greater Dream SMP was like, yo, maybe don't sell drugs. And so Wilbur was like, well, because I can't do what I want to do, I'm going to create my own nation, and only people who are Europeans can live here. And there were lots of people who fought against L'Manberg that originally wanted to join it, but could not because they were not European. So they were actually not really the good guys and built on discrimination. And one person on TikTok pointed out that the way newer fans, or fans who either were not there at the conception of L'Manberg or who did not go back and watch the VODs, they perceive L'Manberg in a more positive light. And that you could use that to look at the effects of propaganda, because those people have only ever been exposed to basically Wilbur's propaganda of L'Manberg, because later on in lore you hear a lot of, oh, L'Manberg was great, or L'Manberg was my home, and all the things that, according to Wilbur, it was supposed to be. So later lore kind of just sees Wilbur's propaganda, and so a lot of us who joined the fandom later and did not go back and watch the VODs, we only know the propaganda. And so you can kind of use that to look at how propaganda affects real life. And the way this person was explaining it, some other people pointed out in the comments that it sounds a lot like a certain large country that a lot of us are from. Fun fact / theory. There is fact in there. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, because propaganda is one of those things that, like, everybody kind of, like, learns about, but not everybody gets the opportunity to learn about it in, like, depth or in detail. And it's honestly really interesting. Like, human beings are so easily manipulated. Like, I think about this sometimes, like, how easy it is to manipulate a person. And a lot of that is through, like, basically emotional manipulation and kind of manipulating how they feel about something, or the feelings that they feel when something comes up. Totally random, but you said your ex. Yeah, he went a little, got a little out there. He, I think he'd always been a little right-leaning politically, but we had never talked about it until the pandemic kind of forced it out of him. And then he got, like, really, really into these wild, like, conspiracy right-wing, like, YouTubers and stuff. And it became a problem that could no longer be ignored. Like, it wasn't the only issue in our relationship, but it was the one that finally drove me to say, like, hey, I can't do this anymore. Because it got to the point where every time we had a conversation, it would turn into a fight about politics, and I was like, I don't want to have these conversations with you. Yeah, it was rough. Like, there was, like, he just would not let it go. And we basically didn't agree on anything. Like, we both thought that the way the world should work, or we both thought, or wait, the way that we thought the world should work were two very different ways. Microchips in our vaccines. Yeah, I don't know if he believed that, because by the time vaccines rolled around, I haven't talked to him in a while. Or at least I haven't responded to him in a while and engaged in conversation. So, who knows what he believes about that. I do know that when we did break up, he's like, I'll cut all this out of my life, I'll stop, I'll move on, I'll try better. But I was like, yeah, you can do all that, good for you, but that's not the only issue I have here. It was just the thing that made everything else just really come to light. So, because if there's one thing you guys should know about me, I am really, really good at overlooking red flags and choosing to surround myself with people who are incredibly toxic and bad for my well-being. That is one of my specialties in life. That's stuff you don't really change. Yeah. And, like, the funniest thing about this is he said all that, and then a month later went on, like, this rant on Facebook and shared a whole bunch of, like, shit, and I saw that and I was like, so how's all this change working out for you? And before I felt comfortable enough to block him on, like, most of my social media, I know when Biden won the presidency, a lot of people online were like, yeah, we finally are not under big orange man, and I remember I made an extremely vague caption on an Instagram post, and I was like, hopefully things will be a little better, hopefully we get a little bit of change, and he responded to that in the most condescending way, and he's like, what change are you looking for, sweetheart? And I was like, bro, we broke up literally months ago, leave me the fuck alone. So, yeah, a lot of people, especially once they get to like a certain age, they're not gonna change unless they just really had never had the chance to learn better. But this person had the chance to learn better and just could not do it in good faith. So, yeah, I remember like, I told a friend about it, and one of my friends, she was like, that is not how you talk to people. And I think it made her more uncomfortable than it made me, which says a lot, I guess. Oh, wait. Well, I'll swap it out for, bell cricket. Bell crickets seem kind of cheap. And my net broke. Okay. Maybe we can go, maybe Nook's Cranny will have the star net in stock. Yeah, this last year, I mean, I think it's been eye-opening for a lot of people who were settling for people who were not the best, but were willing to let things slide as long as things stayed quiet, basically. But the last year kind of forced people out of their quietness. The people who weren't as obviously out there, it forced them out of their quietness and forced them farther one way or the other. Okay, gotta make sure I don't sell the things I actually want to keep. Not criticizing, but how did you not notice his political leaning in any convo? It literally never came up. So, I will be the first to say, when it comes to politics, I am not well educated. And the things that I do know, and the things that I do learn, I very quickly forget, like I remember overall things, like, I can't think of any specific examples right now, but I can remember, like, the general overall thing, but, like, the specifics and the exact sources, I cannot, like, recount those to you in a debate. All I really remember is how something made me feel, and how, something lined up with how I thought the world should work. So, I'm terrible at debates, so I never engage in that type of conversation. I literally have to get dragged into it. But no, it literally never came up until, like, this last year. Anything else look interesting? No? We're good. But yeah, there were other red flags, though, that I did overlook. Less so me not noticing them, and more so me engaging in self-destructive behaviors. But yeah, also, like, some people, like, people who are toxic, not everyone who's toxic, but there's a certain brand of toxicness where they're really good at hiding their true colors for a certain amount of time, and really throwing on the charm so that when their time limit runs out and they do have to, like, show their true colors, you're fully entranced. And so you're more likely to either forgive it, overlook it, or think that it's not as bad as it really is. So, okay, we will put the chartreuse wrapping paper up. Ted Bundy. fucking basically. Yeah. Bruh. It's funny though, because once you've been exposed to that type of person so often, or spend so much time with that type of person and then get out of it and become really jaded, you can't, well, I would say you can't fall for it again, but I have fallen for it more than once, but, there's, like, a certain time period where it doesn't hit the same. So, like, for example, Heathers is one of my favorite movies, and I don't know if you've ever seen Heathers, but the main love interest is a guy that's a lot like that, and he, literally, like, my most recent ex, one of the first things I told him is that he reminded me of this said character. That should have been a sign. But anyway, I recently watched this movie again with some friends who knew this person, and they had never seen the movie before, so they didn't realize that, like, this character and my ex had a lot in common. And so when we were watching it, it's like, literally first 3 minutes of the movie, and it's really awkwardly quiet. And then they introduce this character, and it just gets so awkward. And I look around at my friends, nobody's saying anything. 2 minutes later, I'm like, bro, I can't believe I dated a guy like that. And they all, like, you could hear the sigh of relief, and they were like, I didn't want to be the one to say it. I was like, no, we already knew this. But, that movie's a little bit less enjoyable now, or at least the character in the movie's less enjoyable. So, that's interesting. Like, I always knew that that character was a bad person, and I didn't, like, fall for the charm, but watching Veronica, like the main character, go through it is a lot less enjoyable right now than it was when I first watched it. And I think some of that has to do with, like, closeness to me getting out of a relationship and just feeling very, very much, like, not about that life. I don't know how to explain it, because... Okay, where does it... is this... There it is. I wanted to catch the fish. Or that new guy on the run. Wait a minute. Oh, the hiker guy. Yeah, I saw some people on Twitter posting about it, but, like, they were posting it so vaguely that I thought they were, like, following a TV show. I didn't realize it was a real thing that was happening. But then, like, people on Facebook started talking about it and sharing, like, actual information, and I was like, yo? Huh? But, yeah, I know very little about that case, but I'm pretty sure the guy did it. He did it. It's playing out like one. I mean, all movies may be very unrealistic. They are based in a little bit of reality. But yeah, I really do hope that they catch him, because I'm pretty sure he did it. Were they, like, just some random van life couple, or were they, like, influencers online? So I don't know anything about these people. I just know that all of a sudden, girl was missing, she's since been found dead, and everybody online turned into FBI agents trying to hunt this guy down. Well, not hunt this guy down, but they were like, bro, he did it, he did it, he did it, and then he literally is on the run now. Like, that's suspicious. He's long gone. She made one YouTube video, and it was about to launch a blog. Oh, okay, so they were, like, soon-to-be influencers. That is so sad. But that does explain why there were so many eyes on this case. So that's one thing I couldn't figure out, like, stuff like that, I'm not to say stuff like that happens all the time, but stuff like that does happen pretty frequently. But you don't hear about it all the time. Because, like, it's a horrible thing to have happen to somebody, but at the same time, like, nobody cares about some random person who went through that. Like, they care in the way that, like, somebody would care if a person got hurt, but they don't deeply care in the same way that everybody seems to care about, what was her name, Gabby? I think it's a little bigger than normal because they had, like, 3 run-in with police due to arguing and actually hitting each other. Oh! Yeah, he did it. Definitely did it. Especially if he has a history of abuse. Nothing was done. It's on site. I hate that. Like, I am not a police officer, obviously. I know very little about the law. I know just enough about the law to not get arrested. So yeah, I don't know how it works with domestic violence, but I do know domestic violence is something that the police doesn't really help out a lot with. Like, they have to wait for super serious harm to be done. So that really sucks. And I've heard of stories of a lot of people where they go to the police about domestic violence and, like, threats of literal murder, and they're like, can't do anything, but let us know if he murders you. Like, huh? Hello? They have to witness it. You can't really arrest someone when the other person doesn't press charges. That is true, that is true. And the thing about domestic violence is a lot of times it's not just physical violence, there's a lot of like emotional and like mental manipulation and abuse and stuff that makes it hard for the victim to want to press charges because they're really being run through it and either made to believe they're not actually going through anything, or yeah, there's just a lot of factors to it. Neither wanted the other to go to jail, so they let him go. I say put his ass in jail. No, I understand though. It is hard. Exactly, the emotional abuse. Yeah. There's lots of different factors, sadly. Okay. What do I have in my inventory? Because I feel like I've got a lot of things that don't need to be in there anymore. I wish I could do something with this lily of the valley plant. I keep forgetting to go place that firewood on the beach by the campfire. Funny enough, they still haven't charged him with anything related to the killing. Do they have any, like, hard evidence that he did it? Or, because, like, even though he probably did it, and a lot of us, like, think he did on a whim, and because of, like, circumstantial evidence and just the fact that it fits, I don't think you can use that in court. Just for fraud, so they now have a reason to hunt him. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I guess it's better than nothing, but I do hope he does get charged for the murder. I hope they find substantial evidence so that they can really lock him away. They got nothing. Oh. I hope they get a confession out of him then. But like done in a way that nobody can doubt its authenticity. Okay. I don't know what to do with these fish models. I collected them like kind of compulsively. I have no idea what to do with it. We're gonna go place this firewood like I've been trying to do for the last hour, and then just literally forget as soon as I leave my house. No, that's rough. So before I actually knew a lot about the case and what it was, I saw this woman on TikTok who also does van life stuff. She made a TikTok about how she and her boyfriend were in a fight, like a similar situation. Well, probably not a similar situation, but they had been in an argument, and then she left him, like, I guess that guy did with Gabby, supposedly, or what his story was. And she was talking about how her experience with that was, and how not long after she felt really bad and went back to get him, and then, like, they resolved the issue, and then he went home because they didn't need to be traveling together anymore. But she talked about it, and about how if she were in the situation that, the guy was in, like the guy that they're hunting for right now, she would have handled it completely different. She wouldn't have been just chilling at home. She would have been out there helping search and everything like that. And that's when I realized, like, oh shit, something's really happening. But yeah, like that, he's been acting really, from the little bit that I've seen, he's been acting in a really strange way for someone whose girlfriend supposedly went missing. We could all be wrong and he killed her in self-defense. That is true. That is very true. Women can be just as abusive as men. I've got some of those in my family. And like the saddest part is, nobody really wants to believe that a man can be abused. And if a man were to call the cops, it'd be pretty likely that he would go to jail. Even though he's the one being abused. So, it really sucks. Like, it just, a lot of, like, domestic violence in general sucks, and it sucks that people are like that. But, like, I am glad that a lot of people are more willing to talk about, like, women going through that, and very willing to believe that a woman is going through it. But it, like, doubly sucks that if a man's going through the same thing, people either don't believe him, or they think that, like, he deserves it, or isn't, or, like, could be doing more to protect himself. Like, they don't get it, and then so they're really insensitive about it, and just, it's not a look. It's not okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna place these over here, maybe? Yeah, you're right, we don't know what happened. But either way, the way he's acting, I'm less inclined to believe that it wasn't malicious and in self-defense just because of the way he's reacting to it, and now he's like literally on the run. But also, I have a very naive idea of how the world works and how law works, and I feel like if it's in self-defense, he should be okay. Because that's how I would judge it. But I have to step back and realize that's not how it works. Like, I remember I wrote a script for senior project in college, and it was about a similar situation. Not like similar in like what happened, but domestic abuse turns to murder and self-defense. And my teacher was like, yo, the way you're doing this won't work, because even if it is in self-defense, this guy would be in jail. I was like, oh, well, that's not right. But okay. Thank you for informing me that the world does not work the way I think it should. So, yeah, I don't know. I have to realize that things work differently. There's very specific reason to kill in self-defense. Yeah, there is. Like, I think it has to be of equal force, so like, if you really do feel like your life is in danger, like, if they're fucking pointing a gun at you, and then you kill them in self-defense, I feel like that's good, but pretty much has to be attacking with a deadly weapon. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That is one of those things where, like, we don't know what happened, but we're, like, taking what we can see and making assumptions, which could very well be true, but also could very well be wrong. There's no telling. But hopefully they figure it out. Was that another fish? Okay. Catching fish is so fun in Animal Crossing because it's like a mystery box. Like, ooh, what am I've got to stop talking so I can catch the fish. But it's like a blind box. Like, ooh, what am I gonna get? If he was abused and killed in self-defense, he could be scared he wouldn't get away with it because she's like 110 pounds. Yeah, that's true. She would have to, in order for him to get away with it, she would have to literally be holding him at gunpoint. But if they didn't find a gun on her, then no one's gonna believe that, even if it is true. It sucks that the best thing to do in that situation would to have been to record the entire encounter. But, like, obviously the recording doesn't exist, otherwise things would be different. But it's like the only way to really protect yourself is basically to just record every second of your life so that when something does happen, you got it on film. And it's a lot harder to argue with that. I mean, now that is true, but I don't know. I feel like if it wasn't self-defense, then he would be a lot... I don't know, that's the thing, because people deal with things differently. People deal with grief differently, people deal with trauma differently, so there really is no telling, like, how he should have reacted. All I know is, if it was truly an accident and there was no maliciousness or abuse involved, then that's not, he's not reacting in a way that a normal person would. So, there's no telling, though. Somebody will figure it out, whether it's in this life or the next. I mean, I'm grateful for the bells, but I don't need them. Still technically not on the run, though. Yeah, that is true. That is true. He's just, like, on principle on the run. Especially because, like, the general public thinks he's guilty. But I think the general public has been wrong before. There's no telling, though. Because I know, like, I don't know anything about the O.J. Simpson case. I do know that he was pronounced innocent by, like, the jury or whatever, so he didn't actually, like, go to get fully prosecuted and everything. Or, I don't know what the correct jargon is, but, like, he's free now. And a lot of people, like, to this day think that he did it, but I don't know enough about it to form an opinion one way or the other. But if he is truly innocent, then the mass public is very, very wrong about it. He was found not guilty. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know. Whether he's guilty or not, he's handling it with, like, really good humor. Because I know, like, there's been a couple, like, clips from interviews and stuff where he makes very obvious references to murder. And I think it is so funny. Like, if he did it, if he actually was guilty, that is so fucking diabolical, and I'm loving it. Like, awful that he did it, but, like, could you imagine a fictional character doing that? Everyone would be all over it. They'd be down bad. They would love it. And so I'm looking at it like that and thinking, like, wow, that is so funny. And then even if he is innocent, like, that's such a good humor. The glove really didn't fit, though. Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about the case. I just know that people think he killed his wife, but he was found innocent, like, not guilty. So I don't know any of the details. Didn't even go on one finger. Didn't even go on one finger. Wow, that really didn't fit then. Yeah, I'm inclined to believe, like, based on that one fact alone, if that was, like, a big piece of evidence and he, like, obviously couldn't wear it, then yeah, I don't think he did it. But I literally know nothing about this case. Okay. I don't know why I keep coming in here. But we are gonna look to clear some items out. I think I have a lot of... I know I've got some... I think I might have some duplicate clothes to get rid of. Nor does really anyone but him. That is true. That is just absolutely true. There's no way to know what exactly happened unless you were there. I mean, that just literally goes for everything. Because, like, even if things do get caught on camera, you're still missing a lot of context that is not caught in camera. But more often than not, if it's caught in camera, you know pretty much what happened. But, yeah, that's the thing. And then another thing, like, the human memory is just very unreliable. So it's not, like, a really good thing to hinge something, like, super important on somebody's, like, memory of something. So, that's fun little thing about life. Okay. I don't know why, but, like, at least once a month I have to go through my inventory and get rid of, like, duplicate clothing items. I don't know how I keep, like, acquiring multiples of, like, the same item. But I do. And it just keeps happening. But, it's happening less and less now because I don't go into the Able Sisters shop and buy clothes as often as I used to, because that used to be the main reason, is because I would forget that I had something and then buy it again. But I don't do that much anymore, so I think most of it's like balloons and villagers gifts. That's a ton, holy moly. Yeah, I have a problem. I just like to collect everything, because you never know when you're gonna need, like, a specific item. So I just kind of collect everything that I like or could potentially use. I think I did get multiples of these so I could sell them or give them away, so I'm gonna leave that in there for now. But as soon as I'm done with this, I can go back to the everything and show you guys just how much I've got. Okay. I think we're good on socks, but I have 2,363 items, and I can put a max of 2,400 items in here. And that's just the stuff in my inventory. That doesn't include all the shit in my house and all over the island. So much variety, yeah. There's so many different, like, options for things, so it's easy to collect a lot, especially clothes. Because, like, I literally change my outfit at least once a day in Animal Crossing, because I feel like I have to get a new outfit for every day, like I gotta get dressed. So, that's just kind of how I've always played Animal Crossing. Even in New Leaf, I would try to get a new outfit at least once every couple of days, There was a lot less clothes in New Leaf. And I would get attached to like certain clothes of the season. Okay. So. You know, part of me was hoping we run into Celeste tonight because I really need to see her. But we've run all over this island and I haven't seen her. Another day. Another lack of visits from the pretty star owl. I think Celeste is one of my favorite NPCs because I think she's cool and I vibe with her love of the night sky and astronomy. But I'm very upset that she never comes to my island. I need a lot of the DIYs still. Like, I think... So not half of the DIYs I have for, like, the star stuff, but, like, I'd say a quarter of them I ended up buying off of Nookazon because I just couldn't get them any other way. I've been trying to hold it out and be patient, but there are some items that I just really had to have, like the moon chair. I bought that DIY. I went through almost all of my bells doing it too, but it was worth it. We're just gonna sell that without actually processing it. Look at all the fine things you've brought in today. That's a good amount. Alright. Okay. So, I am at that point where I am finding myself trying to find things to do. So, let's see. What do we need to do? I'm trying to think, is there any, like, task that I haven't done today that I'm forgetting? Switch to Valorant. I don't think my PC could run Valorant. Like, it's not even a PC. I don't think my computer could run Valorant. I have thought about playing Valorant before, like, when I do get a PC in the next couple of months. Because, like, half of the Alethea group plays Valorant, and I think it'd be very fun to play with them. So that is something I would like to do one day. I don't know if I'd ever stream it, but that is something I'm considering. I think I would stream Overwatch before I stream Valorant, though, because I already know that I'm decent at Overwatch. The forgot command's not working! No! No, I don't think I've forgotten any tasks. Yeah, I've watered my pumpkins today. Anyway, I've got a little bit of a Halloween setup up here with my pumpkins. It's a whole vibe. Getting that PC will give so much more variety. It honestly will. So I have games that I've already purchased on Steam, like, over the past few years, that I cannot play on Mac. And I know the Alethea group, we do Among Us sometimes, but I can't stream it because I'm a mobile player. But when I get a PC again, we can stream Among Us, we can stream Phasmophobia, we could stream just all sorts of games, like, and not only that, but, when I get a PC, I'll be able to actually plug in an external mic, more than just this shitty thing. So I'd be able to have nicer audio quality, and I could plug in a webcam. By webcam, I mean, like, an actual decent camera. Not that, like, my camera quality is terrible, but I know it could be better. Yeah, when I get a PC, I'm gonna be a whole new streamer. We're gonna have quality. I'm honestly I'm really looking forward to it. Because I know right now, when I stream Minecraft, my streams are really laggy. And even if the stream, it's like, internet's not laggy, there's a lot of skipped frames, or just, like, a delay, because I don't have enough, like, processing power to run Streamlabs smoothly and Minecraft smoothly. So, it's really rough. Which I do apologize for, but I have fun, and you guys seem to have fun, so we're vibing for the meantime. But yeah, PC is gonna change things. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be nice too. I'm gonna keep the same layout though, so I really like this layout. And honestly, at this point, if I ever change my layout, it's either gonna be a complete change in branding, which would be the same like general layout, just different decor, or I would swap to what all the big streamers do, where it's just the game and then a little webcam and then like a little bit of text here and there. But I think I'm just gonna keep this layout forever because I like it a lot and it works. The only time I will ever change it is if we ever get to our point in our lives where chat goes by too fast to actually keep up with, then I would probably take chat off of the stream and then just move some things around. But generally, this is gonna stay the same. A fucking tire? Getting the PC will give us so much. Yeah, it does get rough. Yeah, I do apologize for that. I thought it wasn't that bad, but when I was like watching some stuff back, I was like, yo, no, it is that bad. Phasmo might be better full screen though. Maybe. The thing that makes me hesitant to just go full screen and then have a webcam is I don't want the webcam to intrude on the game. So right now, the way a lot of people will have their stuff set up is they've got the game, and then where my minimap is, or something like the minimap, would be their webcam. And it covers part of the game. While it's not a big deal, and is kind of what people are used to on Twitch, and I don't mind watching when people do that, I just feel like I can't do that. Like, I'm holding myself to a different standard. So, I don't know. I may get over that one day, I may not. But for the time... Whoa. For the time being, we're just gonna keep this layout forever. Or something similar. Like, at most, I may change from using pink to a different color. Could crop game just to the left of cam and chat above? Yeah, I could. I just think this layout's nice. If anything, I would do a layout that would let the game screen be even bigger. And I've just got to figure out a way to balance better game screen and still fitting everything on the screen that I want. Ooh, a garden eel. Or a ribbon eel. Don't change right now. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to change it anytime soon. I just realized when I said this is going to be my layout forever that that is a very definitive statement that will probably not be true like a year or two from now. If that. Probably be longer. You know, I feel like I'm in a pretty stable point in my life where I kind of know what I like and what kind of branding I want for myself. So like if I were young, like when I was younger, I was a lot less secure in how I wanted to present myself and things like that. So like branding would change a lot. But I'm pretty happy with what I've got going here. The only thing I would change with my online presence right now is I kind of want to change my cosplay username to better fit the Pocket Leaves username. Because my cosplay username is kind of dumb. It doesn't fit Pocket, but at the same time, I've had it like that for so long. And I've already changed it before, because it used to be Squirrel Monkey Mushroom, and then I dropped the mushroom to just be Squirrel Monkey because it was way too long. But I like Pocket Leaves a lot better. I also didn't spell anything weird on Pocket Leaves, so it's easier to like communicate my username with people, because that is the worst thing when you're at an anime convention and people are like, oh, what's your social media so we can keep up? And I'm like, funny you ask, it's spelled weird. I leave out some letters here and there. Where did Pocket Leaves come from? So, Pocket Leaves comes from basically a combination of Pocket Camp and New Leaf. Because I made it specifically for my Animal Crossing Tumblr blog, which is still up to this day, and I still post there occasionally. So, yeah, I came up with the username for an Animal Crossing Tumblr blog back in 2018 when I got super into Animal Crossing for the first time. And the only games I knew of at the time were New Leaf and Pocket Camp. So I just combined them. I was like, Pocket Leaf is cute, Pocket Leaves. That's cute. It fits the Animal Crossing aesthetic without being an exclusive Animal Crossing username. Because while usernames that, like, actually are able to reference the game more directly are cool, especially for, like, a highly specific blog like that, they're hard to come by. Especially if you're getting into a fandom, like, more than a decade after it came out. Yeah, that's where Pocket Leaps came from, and then I just kind of kept running with it. I made an Animal Crossing Twitter under the same name, and then when I decided to start streaming, I actually just thought I'd keep up the gaming stuff because at the time I thought I was going to stream more Animal Crossing. Even though my first ever stream was Stardew Valley. It was just something easy to start, and I was like, well, if I can't make conversation with anybody, then I can just read what the game says, because there's a lot to read. But yeah, my first ever stream was kind of rough. I tried to do character voices, but then my heart wasn't in it because I was embarrassed, so it was just really awkward. Until, like, halfway through the stream where some random person decided to come join the stream, and then since they were the only one in chat, they decided to stay. And then we had a good time. I miss that person. Like, they were my first ever Twitch friend. And this summer, they also streamed Stardew Valley and stuff like that. And we were vibing. And then, over the course of the summer, they just stopped streaming and have since deleted all of their social media related to streaming. And I've still kept up with, like, their new Instagram accounts, because they make a new Instagram account, like, every 2 months. So, like, I still am in contact with them, but I'm pretty sure they've quit streaming for good, because they deleted their Discord, they deleted their Instagram, their Twitter, so someone never came back. I mean, yeah, they just quit using Twitch altogether, I think, because I know they were really into journaling and cozy games and figure collecting, and now it seems like they're really into K-pop, and, like, she still seems super cool, but I think her hobbies and focus have shifted, and streaming no longer matches what she wants to do with her life, or just something that she wants to spend her time doing, which, you know, is fair, totally fair. But I do miss it, because she was cool. I did love, like, I really liked watching her streams, because I don't know if you guys ever get like this, but she had one of those voices that I just really liked listening to as background noise, or just, like, just listening to, because some people have really nice voices that you just want to listen to. And yeah, it was nice. She also just had really chill vibes, and I like putting on chill vibe stuff to watch when I'm doing things. Like yours. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad some people feel that way about my voice. Okay. Trying not to get murdered by a scorpion again. You can see that's just not a fishing pole. Okay. We got it this time. I don't have Joy-Con drift, thankfully. I just have fast fingers and I don't think about what I'm doing. Or like my thumbs are not communicating with my brain all the time. So it's more of a coordination problem than a Joy-Con drift problem, which is something I was trying to explain to a friend because we were playing some games together and I kept fucking up real bad. And she's like, oh, it's that Joy-Con drift. And I was like, no, I promise you it's not. It's just me. It's user error here. So. Okay, we'll see what's on your mind, Teddy. New mesh. Oh, cap. I thought it was a cape, and I was like, that's an item I have not seen before. Found a mesh cap. Nice. Thanks, Teddy. Teddy is so nice. I love him. He is never gonna leave my island. Like, I thought I was gonna try to swap him out for Bam or another, like, really cute sporty villager. But, I just got really attached to Teddy, so he's my resident, athletic villager. Oh, I think I just scared away a moth. Okay. Found a bell cricket, like a bellhop. Alright. I'm very sad there's no Celeste. I've been trying so long to find Celeste. I really need to start playing every single day again. Because that is how you do the things. Yeah, we'll stockpile the tire. Alright. Okay, it is 9 o'clock, which is not that late, but I do have to get up early in the morning for work. So I think I'm gonna end stream. I do apologize again for it being kind of a shorter stream. I need a lot of sleep. I got bit by a mosquito? Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway. But, thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I do want to start doing longer streams again, but it's hard because I need a lot of sleep. Yeah, real life calls, yeah. I'm just thankful that I can still keep streaming on my schedule and that, they assumed that I set my availability for school reasons, even though I've graduated and I told them I graduated. They still think I'm in school, even though I keep telling them I'm not. But they also think my name is Madeline for some reason. They keep calling me Madeline, and I'm just not correcting them. Motivation for a better job, yeah. For what it is, this job is actually really good. And I don't know if the difference is company or I'm living in an area that has more money than the area I used to live in, but the pay is better than I have ever had in my life, and I am very thankful for that. So, it's not a bad job. It's just not what I want to do with my life, you know? But I'm just thankful that I can still keep up with my set streaming schedule. It's just gonna be a little hard and a little short and sweet sometimes, especially like on nights where I have to go to work the next day. But I do know in the next coming weeks I will have back-to-back days off where I can stream longer and then sleep in the next morning. So look forward to those days. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys coming out. And Kay is live. We're gonna raid our friend Kay. Before I go, I will see you Saturday, 6 o'clock. I don't want to be late, but I may still be eating because I get off at, like, literally an hour prior to stream. So, I'll be here 6 on Saturday. I may or may not be eating still. I haven't decided if I'm comfortable eating on stream or not, but we'll see. It's gonna be Minecraft of some flavor, because Saturday is usually Egg SMP. So we're either gonna do that or some Alethea. Because some things have happened on Alethea that I have not updated you on, because I haven't been on to see it myself. I saw it in a stream. But I've got some things to show you on there. Show up late if you need. Yeah. I don't like being late for anything. Like, I would much rather skip a class entirely than show up late. So that's how I feel about being late. But anyway, we'll get that sorted. But I'll see you guys on Saturday. And also, another thing to say before I send you guys off to Kay is I did upload a video yesterday to my YouTube channel, and it was an Animal Crossing video. I don't know where I'm pointing. It was an Animal Crossing video that's like a little house tour. So, if the Streamlabs wants to work, a link will show up. If not, you can always find links to my YouTube channel in my About section. And I don't think this is gonna work, but anyway. I appreciate the thought, Command. Yeah, if only. But, yeah, you guys have a good night. I'll see you on Saturday. If not, you can find the link to my channel in the About section. You can just click the YouTube panel and it'll take you there, because the panel itself that labels the section is a link. Ooh, works. Okay, Streamlabs just doesn't want me to self-promote today, but that's alright. So yeah. I am gonna send you guys over to Kay. You guys be nice. She is playing Among Us with some more of the Alethea people tonight, so it's gonna be a real fun, sussy time. Yeah, I don't know why Streamlabs doesn't work all the time, so I'll have to look into that. Yeah, you guys have a good night, and enjoy your raid on Kay. As soon as it... Oh, here it is. It's up here. Alright. Yeah, you guys be nice. Goodbye!